Okay, did everybody get that x was 21? Well, so that's my first number, so then my second number must be 21 plus 1, which is just 22. So there's my two numbers. You know, for a word problem, you're going to give your answer as a little sentence, so you just tell me the numbers are 21 and 22. Double check that they really do add up to be 43. Yep, they do, so we're so happy. So, yes, I know that took a lot more work than just guessing the numbers, but when we go to number 2, you're going to be here all day trying to guess these numbers because there's 4 of them now. So that makes it way more annoying. But I can use basically the same thing I did on number 1 for number 2. The sum of 4 consecutive integers is negative 106. The fact that it's negative doesn't do anything. I'll just put a negative 106 in my equation instead of a 43 like I did on number 1. Find the integers. Do you know what the first one is? Call it x. X is my first one. How do I get my second one? X plus 1. Now, let me ask you this. How do you get the third one, Jed? X plus 2. Right? So, let me just wrap your minds around this. Take 3 numbers in a row, like 3, 4, 5. To get from 3 to 4, I add 1. But then I have to add 1 more to get to 5. So that's why I'm going to write x plus 2 is now my third number. So what do you think the fourth number would be? X plus 3. There's my 4 numbers. This just says the sum of them is negative 106. So I'm just going to add them all together instead of equal to negative 106. So my first number plus my second number plus my third number plus my fourth number. All together gets me a negative. And now I'm just going to count up how many x's I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've got 1 plus 2 plus 3, so that's really a plus 6. And now I have an equation that you all know how to solve. So go ahead and solve it, and I'll get my first number pretty easily. Way easier than just sitting here guessing, especially if I don't have a calculator. Do you know how annoyed I would be if I was just trying to find this without using algebra? See? Algebra can relieve your stress. Did someone say I'm lying? Be careful, watch your signs here. Negative 106 minus 6 gets me negative what? 112. Not 100. They're the same sign, so you really got to add them, keep it negative. Divide that by 4. What's that? 28? Negative 28? Now, so did everybody get negative 28 for the first number? Because now, watch this. You got to be careful. If my first number is negative 28, what's my second number?
Negative 27.
Yes, negative 27. Because what's negative 28 plus 1? Isn't it negative 27? It's not negative 29. That would be subtracting 1. So be careful. Negative 27. Now add 2. That'd be negative 26. Add 3. Negative 25. So there's my 4 numbers. I didn't have to guess at all. I got all 4. And now, once you know this skill, now it's just, you just got to apply them. They're not so bad. Yeah. 3, and I think I had noticed another one. 3 we're going to cross out. You're going to save that for Algebra 2. And I think I want to do one more problem before I show you a different type. I'm going to let you try it. Let's flip to the back because the back's blank. So you try this one. The sum of 3 consecutive numbers, integers I should say, is, what number shall I pick? $336. So just like we did, this time you only have 3 numbers and they're going to add to 336. Go ahead and see if you can find them for me. If you find them, don't tell anybody. Did you find the numbers? Ooh. Evan, you want to tell me what they are? What's the first number? Huh? Oh. Well, let's back up. At first, I don't know what the first number is, right? So I call it X. So then the next number is going to be, you got it, X plus 1 is my second, and I need 3 altogether. So the third one would be X plus 2. So now I want to add them all together. First number, second number, third number, and all together it gets me that 336. All right, this isn't so bad. And then I have 1, 2, 3 X's plus 3 equals a 336. Right? Now I can solve. What is 333 divided by 3? 111. So if 111 is my first number, what's my second number? 112 and 113. You see? 111, 112, 113 are my numbers. Okay. Easy enough? Ready to make it more complicated? Yeah, Jen? No, because in this case, you want to add 1 every time.
Oh, never mind. It's 136.
Okay. All right. So before we do the next one, because the next one's going to be different. Well, some of them are going to specify that the 3 numbers or the 2 numbers or the 4 numbers in a row, whatever it is, have to be even or odd. So if I wanted to talk about 3 consecutive even numbers, that might be like 4, 6, 8. Or if I wanted consecutive odd numbers, maybe that's like 13, 15, 17. Right? So I'm going to start off the same way. I don't know what the first number is. I'm going to call it X. So I drew a little number line just for us to look at real quick. If I wanted to, I don't know, let's pretend that my first number was 3. Right? And I wanted to get to the next odd number. I wouldn't add 1 to 3, right? Because that would get me to 4. 4 is not odd. So how would I get to the next odd number? I'd have to add 2 to it, right? Because it's 2 spaces away. So then, what if I needed to get 3 consecutive numbers? So this one would be X plus 2. How would I get to the next odd number? How would I get all the way over here? Add another 2, so I'd be doing X plus 4, right? So if my numbers had to be odd numbers, my first number would be X, the second one would be X plus 2. The third one would be x plus 4, and so on down the line. Now, what if they're even? Well, let's think. Let's say x is my first one and it happens to be 8. How do you get to the next even number? I still add 2. So it actually doesn't matter if they're evens or odds. It's always going to be x, x plus 2, x plus 4. Because aren't all the even numbers 2 spaces away from each other? Aren't all the odd numbers 2 spaces away from each other? That is the most common mistake. Kids start adding odd numbers when it says odd. No, they're all 2 spaces away. So, let's tie that into number 4. The sum of 3 consecutive odd integers. So this time it's saying I don't want just 3 in a row, like 4, 5, 6. I want 3 odd numbers in a row, like 5, 7, 9. All right? I don't know what the first one is, so just like always, I say x is the first one. But the next odd integer is what? X plus 2. And I know you feel like that's wrong because it's 2 and 2 is not odd. That's not what this means. It's 2 spaces away from the first number to the next odd number. So then the third odd number would be x plus 4. Does that make sense, everybody? And then I do the same thing that I did before. It's still the sum, so I'm going to add them all together. My first number, my second number, my third number. All together is 147. Yeah, now I just solve it like I did before. 3x plus 6, 147. And then solve, solve, solve all day long. Not much of a better way to spend a day than solving equations. I don't know what 141 divided by 3 is, but I have the skills to figure it out. 47, I agree. Which, by golly, is an odd number. That's a good start. Just 47. Sorry.
No.
Where? Oh, because you had to minus the 6.
Oh.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, tells me my first number is 47, which means what's my second number? 49, right? Because I need to do x plus 2. So 47 plus 2 gets me 49. Another odd number. How nice. And then the third one, 51. Look at that. 3 odd numbers in a row. You didn't have to guess what they were. Math. Go figure. Okay, so I guess I'm going to tell you what your homework is. Pfft, you kids. So right now, before you pack up, one teeny tiny part of your homework is just number 5 on this page. And then the other thing I want you to do, this worksheet that we were working on before with the clearing decimals, I would like you to finish the front, which there's only a couple problems left on it. So finish the front, and then finish front. And on the back is just more practice clearing fractions. How about we do, how about this? We'll make it easier for you to write down. Please do numbers 2 through 14. 2 through 14. So if there's already one that we've done on the front, obviously you don't have to do it again. But then 2 through 14. Easy to write. But right now, before you pack up, please do number 5 right here. And then that will be done. Once you have finished number 5, you can get your phone. Oh,